Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4. So we are here in Donington Park for the Donington Master Group on board the MV Agusta F4 750, and as you can see this is the track day here in Donington. Now I originally did this with the Ducati 978 I think it was, I can't remember which Ducati it was, and it was way too slow. So unfortunately I had to swap over to the MV Agusta and tackle it from there, because I must say this track day is rather spread out as we have a bit of bucking and weaving as we entered Carina curves there. But I do love Donington Park, as you know, and this MV Agusta is really good, so it was a perfect opportunity to test them both out. A track I love and a bike I love, so it's pretty nice. To be fair, actually I haven't played. Whoa, a huge mistake into McLean. So I haven't actually used this bike on Ride 4 yet, but I did use it a lot on Ride 2. So I think the memory is still very much clean in my mind. Good to be using this bike yet again. Just go around the outside now. I must say I do like the track days. I think some of them are pretty nice. Every now and again, some of the challenges in this game, like the speed trap ones, are a bit crap because they just never work. But the track day one, I usually enjoy the track day one. I think it's quite a lot of fun. It's a little bit different to what you usually do, overtaking much slower riders. Well, and then again, that is usually what happens in the career mode, right? Overtaking slower riders as we go around the outside. Executed to perfection as we complete our first lap here in Donington Park. I must say I really like the idea of the master groups. So the more you do a particular race and the more you do the particular track, you earn the points, you earn the kilometres for it, and then you can enter for the master group. Now look at this bunch of rides up ahead here. We have to be very careful we don't bump into any of them because they're all extremely slow. We do go around the outside of a few. There's one who's crashed down there. I'm going to go around the outside of another two. Perfectly done. So we've just got one more person in our path, and then there'll be one more ahead. In fact, there's actually two more ahead, but we only need to pass one of them to pass this exclusive goal. Well, now really, it's pretty simple. We still have about a minute left to make one overtake. I could pretty much just throttle straight past, but I'm not going to. I'm going to try and pass him in the corner, like so. So moving on to just a target time attack. The time being a 1:11.8. Pretty easy. We've got the magnificent Aprilia RSV4. Truly magnificent bike, fantastic track. It just gets better and better. Do love the time attacks, but unfortunately, obviously, the times are just way too easy for me. I appreciate they're probably difficult for some people and they are a challenge, but for me, it doesn't really pose much of a threat. But nonetheless, I still enjoy them as a challenge. I'm very much into challenges, very much earning points and advancing the career mode further, so this is a perfect one for me. It means I don't really have to spend 40 minutes doing an endurance. I can just do 1 or 2 laps. It's pretty easy, because this bike wants to slide everywhere with no traction control, and I can't blame it. As we turn right for the shortened circuit, flick it left for Goddard's, and we are firing it out. That is going to be that lap already. We're going to beat it by around 4 seconds there. Too easy. So now finally on board the same bike, the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 1000. It's going to be a race time. Let's do it! Starting from the back of the grid. Great start. Made up 2 or 3 places already. If we're going to, wow, up into 6th already. Now I'm going to be moving into 5th in a moment as we get taken out! Oh my god. Just like yesterday, when the Portuguese lady took us out. Now we have it again. Unbelievable. But we are down by 6 seconds on a track that I adore, on a bike that I feel fantastic with. I'm not too concerned. If anything, it's going to make it more interesting. Usually if I'm taken out, I usually restart it, but to be honest with you, I know I can catch them up anyway, so what's the point? I also restart if I ever take anyone else out too, because I don't like doing that. There was a few times, I think a few days ago actually, I was recording a brilliant video. It was a fantastic race, and towards the end I just absolutely clattered someone. And it was annoying. I think there's also one in Laguna Seca where I made a move where I was perfectly there. It was clearly my overtake. He seen me, he knew I was there, and he continued to ride into me, and then he crashed. So then I felt awful for making him crash, but at the same time I knew it was the AI that had done it. The AI has poor race awareness. I must say, Anna, neural technology that Milestone used was so much better on MotoGP. I don't know why they can't seem to get it right on Ride. Well, on MotoGP it was competitive, and the overtakes were pretty good. They would make lunges, but they would also appreciate when you've had a lunge, and they would get out of the way, but they wouldn't just pick the bike up out of the way, just like they do on Ride 4, because I find that extremely annoying. And you go anywhere close to them, they're like, oh, pick the bike up, let's say I'm done. But we're going to go for a lovely move here into Old Hairpin. Didn't quite work. But we do still have Ricardo Quadros ahead of us. Oh, I almost bumped into the back of him there. Coming around the outside here. Line him up. Whoa, what a move. That is beautiful. Pinched him in McLean's. And now we have Sahin, the Turkish rider. I'm going to make a move up on the inside of him as well. Wow. We're really flying now. We've got the bit between my teeth as Isaac Burns is next on our hit list. And he will be dropped back into the grid because we have made a move and we are now up into 7th. Soon to be in 6th place. Can we pass the Japanese rider as well? Oh, it's going to be a bit tight, but we're through. Kate Stewart next. Good stuff so far. I must say I do like fighting my way through the pack. It makes things much more interesting to commentate, much more interesting to race upon. There's that KTM we were using yesterday. Magnificent bike. Out of the two, I'd probably say the Aprilia is probably more enjoyable by a smidge. Needless to say, a lot of the bikes in this game are enjoyable to use. There's a few minus ones that I would say that are a bit crap, but top of my head I couldn't think which ones they are. Did say I was going to do some sort of like top 5 or top 10 bikes. I'm still working on that. I wasn't sure if you actually were that interested compared to the Ride 4 career mode. Of course, as always, let me know in the comment section down below. It probably would have been better to do that before the end of the year, then I could have done a top 10 of the year, but nonetheless, we can still do that if people are interested. Always up for new ideas and always down to experience new stuff and make things more interesting. And there we go, and that's another move from Juan. It takes Juan to know Juan, and we got through on him. Thank you very much, Juan. Thanks for playing. As Thiago Jimenez is ahead of us. I'm going to say that's how I'm going to pronounce that name. I'm going to try, but it might not be right. I'm trying to get the cable back into my headphone because it's died, and I'm trying to... You know, I have the most annoying thing ever. The headphones I use are the Astro A50s. If you were interested, they're about 290 on Amazon. Really, really good headset. But they get a lot of abuse, so they're not charged at the minute. So if I don't put this cable in, which I'm still battling with, then we're not going to be able to hear any of the race. Oh, it's Charles Cooper, big moment there. Quick update for you, headphone is in. So I can now hear everything again. It's Charles Cooper, Peter O'Donnelly, they're on the podium. Oh, what a move, what a lunge. Stick that in the DrAce archive. That is beautiful. You know, there should be an archive, there should be a montage out there somewhere if there isn't already, of the cleanest overtakes, with DrAce occupying not 1 but 10 spots. As we thought about a lunge on Peter O'Donnelly, but it didn't happen there. This is going to leave us with 1 lap to tackle. 1 lap of the lead as we chill in the sunset at Donington Park to make a wonderful move. Peter O'Donnelly, you're staying in second as he makes a water move. Peter O'Donnelly, put yourself in that montage as well, my friend. You deserve it. Well, there it is. There's the lunge for the win. That's your race-winning overtake, surely. Peter O'Donnelly can't fight back now. And he won't. O'Donnelly settles for second. Turn 12, Goddard's. For the second to last time of asking. It's 6 PM here, 24 degrees in Donington. That's a lie, 'cause it's about 2 degrees here in England at the minute. Bloody freezing. as we've gone wide into Redgate. But we have already got above the second lead. Well, we had a second lead before I went wide, but that will soon accrue back up to a second. And flick it left with the crane of curves. Get ready to line the bike up straight so we can flick it to the right for the old hairpin. Great acceleration here. Be careful not to touch the rumble strip here. You do not want to touch that because you will slide away. And lean it in for turn 6, gently in for turn 7 for McLean's. A little bit wide there. Not the cleanest of exits either because we had a big wheelie. But that gap is already up to 1.6 seconds. Brilliant stuff so far, I must say. I do love this Aprilia. I like this colour scheme I went for as well with the suit. Didn't use the official one because I didn't want to keep changing the suit between races. I usually do that, but at this particular point I was just happy to race. So we execute the S's. Executed to perfection again. This is actually not going to be my fastest lap. Looks like I've been a little bit slow in sector 2 and 3. As we tackle the Melbourne hairpin for the final time. And then of course Goddard's for the final time. With a clenched fist that is raised high in the air because we know we're going to sip the Carver again. So guys, as always, that's another victory. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you all checking out my content and watching to the end. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you next time. Ciao for now.